From chaos to peace, a story of growth, justice, and triumph. Roni sat in her dimly lit studio, the glow of her computer screen casting shadows across her face. She adjusted her headphones, her fingers trembling slightly as she tried to steady her nerves. The day had been a whirlwind of technical issues. Her mic had failed, her internet had gone down, and even her TV had decided to act up, refusing to load the Disney app. It felt like the universe was conspiring against her, pulling her in every direction except the one she wanted to go. But Roni was determined. She had a message to deliver, and nothing was going to stop her. "All right, you all," she began, her voice steady despite the chaos of the day. "Let's get into this message. Someone out there is worried about your growth because you found peace, and they failed. They're coming to terms with some legal matters, and reality is setting in. Whatever they did to you is now bringing consequences." As she spoke, Roni's mind wandered to the story unfolding in her head. She imagined a woman named Elena, who had finally found peace after years of turmoil. Elena had escaped a toxic relationship, rebuilt her life, and was thriving. But her ex, a man named Marcus, was not ready to let go. He had always been controlling, always trying to keep Elena under his thumb. Now, seeing her flourish without him, he was desperate to drag her back into the chaos. Marcus had been involved in shady dealings, fraud, deception, and even some darker, more sinister activities. He had tried to manipulate Elena to keep her isolated and dependent on him. But Elena had broken free, and now the walls were closing in on Marcus. Legal troubles were mounting, and he was terrified. He knew that if Elena decided to press charges, he could face serious consequences. His pride wouldn't let him admit his mistakes, and his ego was driving him to lash out. Roni continued, her voice taking on a more urgent tone. "This person is worried about your growth, you all. They're scared because you've leveled up, and they're stuck in their own mess. They're facing adversity, and justice is coming. They might even be looking at jail time." In Roni's mind, the story grew darker. Marcus wasn't just worried about jail, he was obsessed with Elena. He had been watching her, stalking her online, trying to find a way to regain control. He had even enlisted the help of a few shady characters, people who were just as desperate as he was. They had tried to sabotage Elena, to create problems in her life, but she had remained steadfast. Her peace was uncheckable, and that only made Marcus more desperate. "Someone is trying to delay the inevitable," Roni said, her voice slow and intense. "They're using lies and deception to buy time, but it's not going to work. Justice is coming, and they're going to be found guilty." As the story unfolded, Roni imagined a dramatic courtroom scene. Elena, calm and composed, stood before the judge, presenting evidence of Marcus's crimes. Marcus, on the other hand, was a wreck. His arrogance had crumbled, replaced by fear and desperation. He had tried to manipulate the system, to twist the truth, but the evidence was overwhelming. The judge's gavel came down, and Marcus was sentenced to prison. "This person is going to be found guilty," Roni said, her voice firm. "They're in fear of isolation, of losing everything. But you found peace. You've leveled up, and they can't stand it." The story didn't end there, though. Roni imagined Elena moving on with her life, finding love and happiness. A new man entered the picture, someone kind, supportive, and genuine. He was everything Marcus wasn't, and Elena's life was finally complete. Meanwhile, Marcus sat in his cell, consumed by regret and bitterness. He had tried to control Elena, to keep her trapped, but in the end, he was the one who had lost everything. "You all, this is a story of growth, of triumph," Roni said, her voice softening. "You've outgrown the toxicity, and now you're moving on to bigger and better things. Don't let anyone hold you back. Keep moving forward, and know that justice is on your side." As she wrapped up the reading, Roni felt a sense of satisfaction. The story she had woven was one of resilience and triumph, a reminder that no matter how hard someone tries to drag you down, you can always rise above. She smiled at the camera, her energy renewed. "All right, you all, that's it for now. Remember, gratitude is the attitude. Keep shining, keep growing, and don't let anyone dim your light. I'll catch you on the flip side." With that, Roni ended the stream, feeling a sense of accomplishment. Despite the technical difficulties, she had delivered her message. And in her mind, Elena's story served as a powerful reminder that no matter how dark things may seem, there's always a way to find peace and rise above.